Once again, Track Report brings you to Sepang, but this time around it's a bit different. Look at the cars around me. They're all classic cars. I'm at the Asia Classic Car Challenge Round 4. Now these classic beauties are just about ready to hit the track, and I've got about 1 or 2 more minutes before these babies really burn rubber on the track. So let's go check out what these cars can really do. This is qualifying. The classics that are being raced here have been flown in from all over the world, but mostly from Hong Kong. They compete in several categories, and while most of the chaps are in it for a laugh, competition is still taken very seriously. Now, I've not hidden my love interest of classic cars. I absolutely love them because they are all absolutely gorgeous. Now, but to love them is one thing, but to race them is something else entirely. What goes on behind those classic cars that makes them go woof in a race like this? So I've got a guy who's been doing this for about 7 years now, and as you can see, he's, well, I call pink rocket, but what's the color again?
Technically Ruby Stone Red.
Ruby Stone Red machine goes
to
like
everybody
bonkers.
else it's pink.
Your machine goes like stink down the straight. But it's older than me, I think.
It's a 1973 car.
Definitely older than me.
The body's based on a 1974 IROC RSR 911 Porsche. So it's true to the shape from 1974. We've obviously had to make a few changes since then. But
so tell me a little bit about those changes.
The formula that we have is it has to be period correct, so we can't do too much. It's really just upgrading brakes, suspension, but the mechanicals, the format of the transmission, the engine and suspension pickup points has to be as it was back in the time that the cars were original. Right,
I see. So you don't stray too far away from what the cars really were when they came out, but you improve on it.
Correct, and there's certain things we can do with engines, suspension and brakes to make them firstly more reliable, but they have to be original engine casings, original pickup points for the suspension, original type gearbox. So we can't go too far, but the cars do, they're old cars,
of course.
and things do break. So
of course,
you want to make them reliable, but you want to make them as quick as possible as well.
So if you like racing, why not just go for newer cars? Why classic?
I guess there's two types of people that race classics. Those who love them and just appreciate the old school mechanical, no electronics racing. It's extremely physical, and a lot of our racers actually do their own work on the cars. So there's a real passion for the car, the era, those sorts of things. I actually do race some of the modern cars as well, and I love doing that. But with the classics, it's more about the driver. There's no electronic aids, no ABS, no traction control, no paddle shift, and you have to really work on the car physically to make it go quick.
Right. A little bit about the guys that you race with. Now, I understand that they come from all over Asia, from Hong Kong, from Singapore, from New Zealand, from Malaysia.
UK, US, we've got drivers from all around the place.
From all around the world, not just Asia. Right. Okay.
And increasingly more offshore-based drivers coming to Malaysia to join the series.
Okay, I think I've got all the bases covered. I've only got one final question left. What's it going to take for you to change your car color to something a little bit more vanilla? Or is it going to be pink?
Not going to happen. It is actually an original Porsche factory racing color from 1974.
No. You're lying. Until I go back and Google it, you're lying.
Look up 1974 IROC RSR and you will see Ruby Stone Red. It is
pink.
A genuine factory color.
Pink.
There is actually a book on Porsches, I think it's called RSR, and the car on the cover is that color.
Guilty until proven innocent. So, Daniel, thank you so much.
Pleasure.
Awesome. Good luck for the next race.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. Now this week on Doing the Dino with Aspire Motors, we are prepping this car before it goes off for painting. Step number one is to get rid of the paint on the car. Now this car is sanded, and we also use paint stripper to remove all painted surfaces from the car. And then on goes this black stuff. Now this is called a rust converter. It goes on blue, finds rust on the surface of the body of the car and turns black and oxidizes the rust, effectively killing the rust. Sometimes the rust is so bad entire panels need to be replaced. Now when you see stuff like this is where the panel has been replaced, but not to worry, because if the job is well done and this welding is done from the inside, it's pretty much as good as it came out from the factory. Different metals need different treatments, so that needs to be done. After this, we are down to one more level of sanding, and then on goes the anti-rust, and finally the body fillers to make sure that the surfaces are straight and smooth. Dino and Dino saying goodbye, see you next week. It's like this, you know, anak-anak muda nowadays, everything must be gaya one, must be fashionable, must be trendy. Yeah, you can do that with your clothes, easy enough, but with your car, how do you do it? How do you want to, say, for example, you want to change your rims. How many times can you change your rims? You know, it's going to cost you thousands of ringgit, right? Now, bear with me. Let's say you drive a Myvi, for example. I can promise you, if you give me $1,000, I can change your wheels 5 times, 4 to 5 times in a year, and you're going to always be fashionable and always be trendy. You don't like change, believe me or not. Well, if you don't, now come with me. I'm here at Glamour Surface, and they're going to show me how. Let's go. Now, do I look like Sons of Anarchy already or what? Now, you see what I have in my hands here are called Plastidip. And like I said earlier, I'm in Glamour Surface, and now these guys brought in this product from the US. Now, these products have been around for about 40 years. What do I have here? Basically, it's rubber in a can, but it comes in various colors, and with just a couple of coats, it can change the look of your ride, be it your wheels or any part of your car or anything for that matter, and it will last for up to 3 years without any discoloration. In fact, it only takes a couple of minutes to dry, and it's even scratch resistant. You will be amazed at how easy it is to do this stuff. Come on, let's go and check it out. I kid you not, it's only been like what, less than 10 minutes since we first started spraying the wheels of the car. It's that simple. Now you can see my friend here, he's spraying it on directly onto the wheels. No worries if it gets onto the tire surface, because you can basically peel off all excesses that you don't want. And there are two options. You can either come to the shop and you can get these guys to do it for you, or if you have the confidence to do it yourself at home, they can even sell you the spray cans, and you can take it home and you can do it entirely yourself. Now talk about fixing it yourself. Right, boss? Right. You see, not only does it work on wheels, it works on pretty much any surface at all. Now, for example, for the front side of the car like this, you see my black grille here, I've got stone chips like nobody's business lah. You know, I don't necessarily drive very slow now. You know that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply a layer of the Plastidip, and not only will it bring back the blackness of my grille here, but also because it's plastic, it's got shock absorbing qualities. So if I get a batu flying towards my car, especially towards the black parts here, the grille, it's just going to go toing, you know. So I'm not going to have any more of this ugly, unsightly white specks here. So it's going to look really good. Let's check it out. Boom! Check it out! Now, okay, my wheels are slightly bigger. They're 18 inches, so I use slightly more product. But get this, 4 wheels done by the guys in the store. Guess how much? $400. Now, if that's not pittance, I don't know what is. But then, that is if the guys do it for me in the store. If I were to buy the cans and take it home, it would only set me back a grand total of 225 ringgit, 75 bucks per can, and they use 3 cans to do this entire car. Now, ain't that great value? Now, not only can you do the wheels like what I did and also the front part, but if you've got the budget and also the creativity, check this baby out. This entire car is Plastidip. It's got a great texture to it. It's scratch proof as we mentioned earlier, and you don't see no watermarks or anything like that. And the best thing about it is, once you're bored, chuck it, and you've got the original paint down there ready for you to go for another round of bonkers colors with Plastidip.